You need to be in a better mindset. Now, how many of you have been frustrated hearing that before? I want to give you some actionable steps today on things that you can actually do to get yourself in the right state of mind so that you can really go out there and win at the highest levels. Hi, I'm John Foster, and I help real estate agents, broker owners, and team leaders scale to become #1 in their marketplaces. All right, so today I'm going to give you some of the strategies that I've used for many, many years to get my mindset in a peak state, or what I call peak performance mode. You've got to be lighthearted about it, and ultimately you've got to come up with a consistent method every single day to get your mind in a place where you are ready to win. I'm going to give you one example first, and then I'm going to get into the actual strategy of what it is that I do every single day to get my mindset in that peak state. So the first story I just want to tell you, just so you have something tangible, is it has to do with an agent on our team. And also that agent might be my wife, the beautiful Leslie Foster. And something Leslie and I have been doing for years is we'll wake up in the morning and look at each other and say something amazing is going to happen today. And I've told that to our team several times. Some people look at me kind of crazy, like, this guy's nuts. Why would you do that? But it actually has to do with, when you get yourself in the right state of mind, you're actually changing the physiology behind your actual state, your physical state. And I'm not trying to get too deep into this. Some of you that have gone to Tony Robbins events might know exactly what I'm talking about. But when you change your mind, your state of mind, it changes your entire chemical makeup of your entire body, and it allows you to think differently throughout the day. Your mind, your body, your ears when you're listening are more in tune to something incredible that could happen. So I'm going to condense the story a little bit, but the short version of the story is Leslie gets a phone call from an older gentleman who sounds a little bit frustrated and is talking about a rental property that he is tired of dealing with and just wants to sell. On the surface, that is a really typical phone call. So as Leslie begins to, remember, anticipating something great, she digs into a little bit deeper on his frustration and says, why are you frustrated? Says, this property is in bad condition. I'm getting a lot of tenant complaints, and the tenant just gave me their 30-day notice. So now I'm going to have a vacant rental property generating no income, and I just want to get rid of it. And so Leslie is just listening and listening and listening, asking a lot of questions, and come to find out when she said, well, do you want to do a 1031 exchange? So you're deferring your capital gains on this rental property. What he says next was going to change this entire story. And he said, I don't. He said, I actually own 12 other properties. I'm just tired of being a landlord. I want to cash out. I'm just going to pay the capital gains. And I don't know, who I'm going to decide on as a real estate agent, but I'd like you to give an opportunity. I'd like to give an opportunity to you on this first property. And then I've got 12 other properties to sell. So, wow. So in anticipation of something incredible happening, how many of you have maybe gotten a similar phone call but didn't ask enough questions, didn't get deep enough into the story to realize there's a much bigger opportunity? So Leslie, again, to condense this story, is going to end up selling 13 properties for this gentleman. So again, just to ask all of our viewers here, wouldn't it be amazing if you had a similar story, or a story where somebody wants to sell 4 properties or 14 or 24 or whatever? But I just wanted to give you one tangible example of a recent story that's happened to us that has just been amazing as a result of being in the right state of mind. If you like the content that you're seeing today, please like and subscribe to our channel. So a real example that I actually learned from Tony Robbins, and I've mentioned his name a couple times. He's an incredible, gifted individual that's helped a lot of people break through certain barriers. But what Tony Robbins says as an example of how to change your state, he says, what do you do when you get a dog? I'll use my dog as an example. Her name's Penny. She's a 6-year-old Doberman Pinscher. And for those of you that know Dobermans, they love commands. They want to be taught something. They're very smart. They want to be obedient. And so what Tony says is the first thing you do when you get a dog is you give the dog a name. So we named our dog Penny. He goes, what's the next thing you do? You teach the dog to come when he or she is called. So we did that with Penny. Penny, come. And she runs over, usually use a treat to entice her. Penny, come here. And she runs over. Penny, sit, and give her a treat. And she loves that. She's rewarded. Human beings are the same thing. So what Tony says is you want to name yourself. So what Leslie and I do, and our kids think we're absolutely crazy, is I'll say, Leslie, who are you going to be today? And she goes, I'm going to be winning Leslie. And she'll look at me and, John, who are you going to be today? And I say, I'm going to be winning John. And again, it's like in Tony's example, you're calling that state of mind out of you, and your body and your state and your mind is being obedient to that call, right? I'm calling myself to be winning John all day. And I do that every morning. Leslie's calling herself to be winning Leslie, and she's going to be that way all day. Our kids absolutely look at us like mom and dad are crazy. I don't know that they really think we're crazy. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but they know mom and dad are successful. They know mom and dad show up in business and life every single day in a good state of mind. So I hope that gives you some tangibles, and I think you should come up with a name for yourself to give you an actionable. And that should be something like, if your name is Steve, it might be Superman Steve or Superhero Sally or whatever the case may be. One more story that is a real life example that is so inspiring to me. Some of you may remember this, the 1996 Olympic Games. The US female gymnastics team, they said they had a curse against the Russian female Olympic team. They got beat by them for I think it was over 2 decades, at least 20 years. And literally, I say it was a curse. That's their words. The female United States gymnastics team said, we have a curse. We can't win. No matter what we do, we are always losing. And Mary Lou Retton and Carrie Stoll, they both said, we are done losing. We are changing our state of mind. We are drawing a line in the sand. We are winning. The whole team is winning no matter what, whatever it takes. We don't care. We're so sick of losing. So not only did they change their state of mind, they changed the state of mind for their entire team, and the result and the energy. And you'll see in the video we're going to show you here in a minute that Carrie actually broke one of her ankles or sprained it or hurt her ankle really bad and landed on her good foot and still won because her state of mind was so strong. It's incredible. So we're going to play that video for you guys.
So Carrie Strug, it is up to her. If she can score 9.493 and to see her parents in the stands or better, then she will win the team gold for the USA. She's the last to go. She's the only one who can do it. Oh! 3 falls in a row for the Americans.
This is Carrie.
She is limping. Carrie is hurt. Carrie Strug is hurt. She is hurt badly. We have got to find out if she's a 9-7-1-2. She has done it. Carrie Strug has won. Carrie Strug.
I hope that was inspiring to you. Remember, the name of our YouTube channel is The Winning Age Movement. So change your state of mind, get out there, and I want you guys to win at the highest levels possible.